Hmm. Hold on. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee with Tea, and I'm T. Brought to you by the Woman to Woman Show on this healing time. First, let me give y'all a disclaimer. This line on my head is from wrapping my hair. See, this is why I don't do all the straight hair stuff. Because this, first of all, this is too much. Second of all, sleeping with something on my head is driving me insane. So, y'all ain't going to see this straight hair probably after today. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. I don't even know which way I wrap my hair. I don't know if my hair should go this way, because I don't even know, or this way. I'm so confused this morning. So y'all see this line? That's from sleeping with a rag, a scarf, or whatever you want to call it on my head. No, I can't. So, good morning. How's your day going? Hey, Robert. Hey, Naja. Hey, Juanita. Hey, Elements of Wellness. Hey, Deidre. Hey, Funky Dave. Hey, Netta. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so over this straight hair. It's just doing too much. And I got to wrap it up, back up after I get off here to go to the gym. I'm sorry. I like it and I love it and it's all good. But I'm sorry. So, good morning. Good morning. Let's talk about dealing with your issues. We might as well get straight into it because that's what we need to do. That's how I feel the bone straight here, team. It's just too much. Especially, and I don't have a perm. It's natural. So, one piece in the back underneath here got a little sweat on it, so it's all frizzy and curly and nobody can see it, but I know it's under there. So anyway, let's talk about when you don't deal with your issues. When you don't deal with your issues, you bleed on people who didn't cut you. Okay? And it's time for us to look in the mirror. This is why our relationships are failing, because people are bringing past issues into present relationships. And I'm not just talking about men and women relationships, intimate. I'm talking about friendships, businesses. When you don't deal with your past issues, you bleed on people who didn't cut you. You treat people the way you've been treated in the past, and that's not healthy. So healing requires you to deal with your own issues because the issue is you. And frankly, I'm tired of dealing with people who haven't dealt with their issues and I've dealt with mine. Because when I deal with my issues, like I said yesterday, self-awareness is a beautiful thing. Hey, Robin. Self-awareness is a beautiful thing. Hey, DB, because people say stay woke. And they talk about, political issues, the black and white issues, be black. Or stay woke mean self-awareness. Be aware of yourself. Are you aware of yourself? Are you aware of how you behave? Are you aware of when you are acting out from past issues of what somebody else did to you and you're inflicting that pain on somebody else? Because if you're not, you're causing people harm around you and you don't even know it. So I came on here to tell you how to deal with your issues. Number one, get some help. If everybody is saying the same thing about you, you need to realize that the issue is you. A lot of us hear people say that this person does this or that person does that, and that's just their behavior. First of all, I got to say this. Growth requires change. And if you are not changing, you are not growing. You're the same person you were 10 years ago if you have not made any changes. Sometimes a twisted belief system is hard to break. Yes, but that's why we're talking about it, Robert, because people don't bring it to light. People not talking about it. If you have not changed since yesterday, if you didn't learn a new word, you're not growing. So we got to be mindful. Self-awareness. I pick up a book every morning and I read something from it. So I learn something new. So I'm growing every day. It doesn't have to be a major growth. You don't have to. And this is not, people do get their degrees every day. And that's kudos because you're really growing. But it could be learning a new word. It could be understanding autism. It could be understanding this or understanding relationships. How does my partner operate? Why are my children acting the way? Read something. Or am I staying the same so I'm getting the same result? No, how many times have I been saying this for 7 years, I think. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. Nothing changes if nothing changes. If the people around you don't want to change, you have some decisions to make. Because if those people are not dealing with their issues, they're going to inflict the pain of their issues on you, and it's not fair. So if they're not willing to listen and hear you say that and change, it may be time for you to make a change. because they'll stunt your growth. And sometimes you got to make a decision for them. And it's hard. Hey, Tanasha. And it's hard. And I'm telling y'all this, right? Because life is short. I'm just telling y'all some stuff because life is short. And every day is supposed to be a good day. But when you are around people who are not willing to deal with their issues, they make you an issue. They make their issues your issues. And you got to be self-aware and mindful of that, or it will drain you. It will take away your joy. See, people are not responsible for your happiness, right? That's what we say. Everybody, happiness is an inside job. Nobody ain't responsible for your happiness. So true. I am responsible for my happiness, but I'll be damned if I let anybody be around me who is taking away from that. I'm not asking you to make me happy, but I'm telling you, you're not going to make me unhappy. That's the difference. I'm not asking you to make me happy. Repeat after me, people. Say this to your children, your spouse, people around you, your mama, your auntie, cousin, fam. Say this to them. Because people be like, I'm not responsible for your happiness. No, but you sure ain't responsible to make me unhappy. And that's what you're doing. Because you're bringing your energy and you're draining me and you're doing stuff and you're being rude and you're being passive aggressive. It'll make you sick, literally. Yes, Tanasha. And it's not fair. Because you didn't deal with your issues. Right? Some of us are married, and I know quite a few of you on here. I see you. Some of you are married in relationships, and your spouse has not dealt with their issues from childhood, from a previous relationship, from church hurt, from job hurt. And this is for men and women. And you've done your work, and you're healthy. Do you see my necklace that says healed? And I teach my program, the recovery room. And the thing that I tell people at the end of the program, who's outside of the recovery room? Stop allowing people to bust open your stitches. Stop allowing people to bust open your scar. You've been healing for 5 years and you let somebody come into your life and bust open that scar. No, I'm sorry. No, we're not doing that anymore because that person has not dealt with their issue. This is fabulous, but I have to go work. Damn, love you, Prince. I love you too, Robert. It's okay. The replay will be up. But again, I tell you, repeat after me. I'm sorry. I have authority over my life. I have authority over who I allow in my space. I have authority over who I talk to. I have authority over who I allow to post on my page. I have authority over who I go out with. I have authority over who I allow around my children. I have authority over who I walk away from. See, we give our power away to people who are not healed. My job is draining me. Resume is out. I know that's right, Naja. Listen, take your power back. Take it back. What is your passion? What is your purpose? Maybe you need to go, and I'm not saying some people need a job. Some people need direction. Everybody ain't an entrepreneur. But whatever your passion and your purpose is, you could be working for yourself. Email me, Trey@TreyKearney.com. We'll get you straight to your passion and straight to your purpose. You can still keep that job right there to invest in what you're about to start. I know your job is draining you, but sometimes God got you somewhere so you could save that money and start your business, or you could take that time off to refresh. I'm just telling you, because sometimes we don't think. Let's stay connected. Just for the record, you have to spend a long time at sea before they discover. Hold on, let me read this. Before they discover new land. I know that's right. So my point today is I need you to look in the mirror and say, what issue am I dragging around? If you have one. Some of y'all think y'all don't have issues. So I want you to think about everything people say, right? Because people will tell you who you are. Like when I did the career corner, coach's corner for D. Marshall, they put my title Life and Love Coach. I didn't call myself that. But if a room full of people calling me a life and a love coach, I'm going to take the note. I said, oh, shoot, I like it. I'm a life and a love coach. So whatever people are calling you or whatever people are saying about you, if it's a mass amount of people, it's you. Stop acting like it's everybody else. And stop letting people, because you hear people say this. See, we mentally stunt our own growth. We hear people say, that's just Trey. I stopped letting people say that about me. When I used to be the life of the party and I was drinking 100 shots and nobody was smart enough to stop me and I was killing my liver and killing myself, people always used to say, that's just Trey. Trey's the life of the party. Meanwhile, on the inside, I was dying. That's why I was self-medicating with alcohol and weed. But people had put that on me as part of my identity, and I had adopted it. But then they didn't like a certain way I act when I got to a certain level, and they were still saying, that's just Trey when she drinks. No, that's just not me. That's me making a poor decision to consume alcohol in my body that's damaging me, and then to act a fool in front of people and disrespect people that I love and that I want in my life. Because after a while, after you disrespect people, after they said they accept you for who you are and that's just you, people start to walk away. Look around. Whatever they're saying about you, people say, oh, she too loud. One thing I learned, this guy said this one day. It was this girl I knew. I'm not going to say no names because she might still be watching me. And she was loud and obnoxious and rude and all this other stuff. And this guy said something that triggered me. He said, the loudest person in the room is the emptiest person in the room. I said, well, Jesus, he just called me out. And I really wasn't the loudest person in the room all the time. But there were times when I was the loudest person in the room. And that resonated with me. The loudest person in the room is the emptiest person in the room. I said, she is empty. Because she always loud. She always obnoxious. She always talking about how she can't stand men and all kind of other craziness. I said, wow. Sometimes we got to take the notes. Now, I want you to put in here. And if it's good things, right? If people say good things about you, you know, Trey, no, this ain't me. Trey, somebody, she's very organized. That's not me. That's not me. So I'm not going to even use my name as an example. Or she's a good listener. Please take those notes too. But the things the issues that you're dealing with from your past are showing up every day because you haven't done the work. I promise you, you should come to the recovery room. It's my program, the recovery room. We do the work. We deal with those issues. We point them out. We don't blame ourselves. We just deal with the issues, and it helps save marriages. I have testimonials. It helps save relationships because the person is dealing with themselves. In the recovery room, it's not about him. It's about you. What about you, Trey? What are you doing? Own your stuff. Make sure you're okay. Well, I'm always the quietest person in the room. What's my problem? Girl, what you afraid of? See, you ain't supposed to be quiet in the room because if you're in a room, you're there because you're supposed to be there. Well, I used to be the quietest person in the room because I didn't want to rock the boat. But when people invite you somewhere because they see value in you, Naja, did you hear me? When people invite you in the room, it's because they see value in you. And they don't want you to be the quietest person in the room. They're waiting for you not to bust out and be obnoxious and rude, but they're waiting for you. So when you are invited into a room, it's because people think you bring something to the table. So when they bring you to the table, say something. Please, at work, if they invite you in a business meeting and you sitting there being quiet, you missing your opportunity. That was for somebody today. Because somebody keep getting invited to the meetings because you keep giving your ideas away for free. And they trying to give you a raise. But you won't open your mouth in the board meeting because you don't think you smart. You smart. That's why they asked you to come there. Yes, I can raise my hand. My marriage has been helped. Get in the recovery. Thank you, Netta. Listen. Because we got to deal with ourselves, Netta. Sometimes we just got to look at ourselves. And then if the person who is along the journey with you is supposed to be with you, they will get the help that they need. They will take the lead and say, if our recovery room helped you, babe, I need to listen to her. We need to have some conversations because I need to get myself to where you are. See, people see you by who you are, by the content of your character. You know what I'm saying? Ouch, you got me there. All right, Yvette, open up your mouth. Listen, if you've been invited to the room, you're there for a reason. Hey, Miguel, how are you? I see you doing big things. I see you. I'm so proud of you. Oh my goodness. If y'all don't know Miguel, I'll tell y'all his story one day because I don't know if he want me to tell it right now because I'm always telling people business. But anyway, listen, deal with your issues. Get some help because when you don't deal with your issues, this is the topic today. You bleed on people who didn't cut you. You treating people a certain way. You act in a certain way. You think them people supposed to stay around. Everybody ain't staying around for it. I'm sorry. Because everybody don't have to stay around for it. And don't lose people who you value because of your ego. Thank you, Holy Spirit. See, your ego will have you lonely and by yourself. What they say, what the Bible says, pride comes before the fall. That's all attached to your ego. You'll let people go before you open up your mouth and say, no, I want you here. Because your ego. Hey, Arita. Thank you, Miguel. I've known Miguel for so long now. Oh my God, it's been years and years and years. I can't even believe it. So pride comes before the fall, which is connected to your ego, right? Because some of y'all don't want to deal with your issues because you have an ego, because of your pride, but you losing people in your life who value you and love you. They just can't take the fact that you won't deal with your issues, and they've dealt with their issues, and now your issue is becoming their issue. Nobody wants your issues, especially people who worked on their own issues. We all got issues. We've all had issues. We all got issues, and we got to continue to work on those issues, because just like any kind of addiction or any kind of flaw, it can come back if you're not self-aware. I'm self-aware. So I see myself when I'm starting to be the old Trey, right? Because when I am not in a good space, my mother told me something, right? So this is one thing I don't do. My mother said, and some of y'all, I don't want to mess y'all up and make y'all feel like y'all alcoholic, but this is what keeps me from being an alcoholic, right? Because my whole family, I got a family of alcoholics. It's generational. It's not a curse. We just started drinking early, so it helps us. It's self-medicating, so we know when we drink, we gonna feel better. It ain't no curse. We just know when we drink, it's gonna feel better. But my mother said something to me one day. She said, when you drink alone, it's a sign of being an alcoholic. So I never drink alone. If nobody's home, I won't drink. Because I don't want to be an alcoholic. Because then I know if I'm drinking, I'm feeling some kind of way. Maybe I'm down or something happened or I'm stressed. And I don't want the liquor to be my stress relief. Because then I'll go back into drinking and drinking shots. First it's a glass of wine. And then when you stress, you got a big bottle of Patron and you drinking 4 or 5 shots in the house by yourself to help you go to sleep. No. There's other ways to cope with stress, and it's not self-medicating on things that are tearing your body up. I had to learn that because I used to like to drink to self-medicate. I did. Hey, Patricia. I used to really like to drink just because I knew I didn't have to deal with. Because when you're drunk, you're not really dealing with nothing. You really not. You like, I'm drunk. I don't care. I'm going to sleep. One more shot and I won't even remember nothing. I'll just be slurring and everything will be good. So we have to learn how to deal with our issues in a healthy way. So self-awareness leads me to know that this is how you used to self-medicate, and you don't want to do that. So be careful. Understand you've dealt with your issues, Trey, but you still have triggers that will make you think that maybe if I just have a drink, or if I go to the bar every Saturday and sit there and drink, I'm going to read a book. I'm going to call my coach. I'm a self-evaluate myself. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to journal and say, why am I feeling this way? What's happening? What happened that made me feel that way? What did I bring to the table? This is called self-awareness and keeping yourself on track. And sometimes you need people in your life who will tell you the truth, right? And I'm not talking about your good girlfriends, because I ride or die for my good girlfriends. Whatever they say, I go. And sometimes it's foolishness. But when they mad, I'm mad. When they not mad, I'm not mad no more. But when they mad, I'm mad. We gonna get the hot sauce, and we gonna get the hot sauce. We gonna do whatever That's why you need professionals in your life. That's why you need a coach. That's why you need a therapist. That's why you need a mentor. That's why you need a pastor who gonna say, no, you're not gonna hit that man in the head with that hammer. Because I told y'all a story a long time ago. I was gonna hit my ex in the head with the hammer. Thank God, to God be the glory. I called my pastor and not my girls, because they was feeling the same way I was feeling. Because he had been cheated and cheated and cheated. I was down like 135 pounds. I was skinny. I was looking like I was sick. People was thinking I was sick. I was stressed the hell out. And I called my pastor because this was the straw that broke the camel's back. The man was at a house with another woman. His kids was at my house with me. I was the babysitter. So you go with your side chick? Are you crazy? After I had moved in and moved out and moved in and moved out, lost hundreds of thousands of dollars, I called my pastor. I said, listen, I'm going to need you to pray for my children because I'm going to jail. And she said, excuse me? I said, yes, I'm about to hit him in the head with this hammer, right? The hammer's in my hand. She said, wait a minute, wait. You're going to go sit down. You're going to calm down. I said, no, I'm so serious. And she knew. She knew that I was at the breaking point. She knew there's a thin line between love and hate. She knew I had really almost lost it. And she said, no, you're not going to do that, because what about your children? What's going to happen to your children if you hit this man in the head with a hammer? And I said, I don't know, but that's why I'm asking you to pray. She said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray for you. You can ask, her name is Quinn Gross. You can ask her. She is at, I'm telling you, call Pastor Quinn Gross. She on, and ask her, did I call and tell her I was going to hit him in the head with the hammer. Well, I can just pick this, scratch my chin. And she talked me off the ledge. Now, had I called my good girlfriends, they would have said, make sure you get him in the temple so he don't get back up. Make sure you hit him in the temple so he don't, connect. Because, people react when you hit him in the head with a hammer or you punch him in the face. So they would have told me, make sure you get him in the temple or you hit him in the eye to make sure he don't retaliate. So I'm just telling you, get some people in your life to help you deal with your issues so your issues don't become a major problem, because that's what happens. When you don't deal with your issues, they become a major problem. You don't get what you deserve. You block your own blessings, and that's not what God wants for you. God wants to elevate you. God wants you to take you to places where you don't even think that you belong. He's giving you opportunities, so I'm telling y'all, do what it is that you need to do. It's 8:24. I still got some time. I really scratched myself. Y'all see that? That's crazy. So, if you need me, you can email me. Oh my God, what did Courtney say? Mine almost got torched in his sleep. Courtney, girl, I'm telling you, I thank God for Pastor Quinn Gross, because I would be serving a bid right now. Because I was so serious. I was so serious. I was like, yes, I could do this. He gonna leave me to babysit his kids while he has somebody. After all the taking back I did, after all the loving I did, after all, this how you repay. No, we not doing that. So anyway, deal with your issues before your issues deal with you. Because you know what? I hadn't dealt with my issues back then. Because I really wasn't even supposed to be with him. So the problem really wasn't him. The issue was me, right? I should have been left him a long time ago. That was like the 700th time that he cheated. But I kept taking him back. So it really wasn't him. It was me, because I had taught him how to heal. I know it will. As soon as I get upstairs, I'm going to get some. I can't believe I scratched myself like that. Oh, it was a little itch on my chin, and I just scratched the skin off. So self-awareness. The issue was not him. The issue was me. Why was I allowing this person to be in my space after they cheated on me over and over again? What was it about me that I didn't feel the value to let this person go that showed me who they was time and time and time and time? It wasn't the first time. It wasn't the 15th time. It wasn't the 30th time. It wasn't the 40th. It wasn't the 50th. So the issue really was me. Because we got to look at when we deal with people who are toxic in our lives. Thank God I call my pastor. We got to look at issues, look at our issues and say, why would I allow this to happen to me? Because when we deal with toxic people, they feel a void. I'm helping somebody out today. When we deal with toxic people, it's because they feel a void. So I had to figure out what the void was that he was feeling. Where was that empty space that he was feeling where he made me feel good? And once I figured that out, that I could get that from somewhere else, on my own, by myself, from Jesus Christ, he didn't have a chance. I was done. And I said, you know what? I got to get out of here. Understanding yourself and self-awareness is essential. Yes. So I need y'all to deal with your issues, and you will have the best life ever. And then you'll walk away from people who are not willing to deal with their issues, because that's how you set boundaries. Non-negotiables and boundaries. Your non-negotiables protect your boundaries. When you start to see people issues and red flags, don't ignore them. Just please don't. Unless it's something that you're willing to deal with for the rest of your life. Now that's your choice. Certain things you just don't deal with. Cheating, beating, addiction. Well, those are my non-negotiables. Cheating, beating, addiction. Those are the things that I don't deal with. So what are your non-negotiables? But there's some other stuff that goes along that's just self-explanatory. I'm going to need you to be nice to me. Because trust me, there's always somebody out there that's willing to give you what you need, what you want, and what you deserve. Always. Some of us just holding on to the wrong folk. What happens if they claim to have dealt with their issues? Claim and see, we could claim all we want. It's what you show me. You could say you dealt with your issues, but if your issue keeps showing up, you didn't deal with your issue. And you know that. Trey, say hi to my mom. We're watching in the car. Hey, Mom. What's your mom's name? Hey, Ma. I dealt with cheating for the entire 10.5 years that I was married. Lord, girl, you need to come to the recovery room, Courtney. Go to my website, TreyKearney.com, and sign up for the recovery room. Or at least do 3 sessions with me, because you need to heal from that. Hey, Wanda. Hey, Miss Wanda. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Now he's claiming to be reformed. You still with him? Please, please, listen. Send me a message, because unless you want to put your business out here, because they'll help you out. This is the squad. We will help you out. But 10 years of being reformed, how? Did he get help? Did he go to a therapist? Is he still in therapy? Because listen, people cheat for a reason. And I have to talk to you about, it's not your responsibility that he stuck his penis in somebody else. But the breakdown of a relationship is 2 people's accountability. It's not your fault that he did, but please find out the breakdown. Please find out what you were accountable for in the relationship, even if it was staying too long. Because we don't understand. We hinder a man. We stun his growth by staying too long, because not much is required of him. So why would he change if you're going to keep taking him back? Girl, and I'm not judging you. I was with this man for 13 years. I got names and I got faces sketched it. To God be the glory, I'm healed. It took me a long time. I promised to block, stop stalking, stop looking, trying to figure out why, who, was I good enough. It took me a long time. It took me a coach, a little bit of therapy to say it wasn't you. It don't have nothing to do with you. That man, he need help. And I don't know. We ain't been together for 5 years, so I know he might have got help. But it was he needed help. It was his issues. He was sick. It wasn't you. Now, you done dealt with your issues, Trey. So I was able, after being in coaching for about a year, to block everybody. Hey, Danica. To block all those women, to block his whole family. I was able to move forward with my life, but I could not do it without help, because I was busy trying to blame myself for somebody sticking their penis in somebody else. And that's just never the truth. That's just an immature act, because grown people don't cheat. Mature people don't cheat. People always ask me, why do you think people cheat? And when I say this, people look at me like I'm crazy. People cheat because they're immature. Now, there's something that's happening in their relationship that they're not getting, that they feel like they need, that the person's not willing to give them. But cheating is because you're immature. Because a mature person would not cheat because they're not getting the sex that they need. Mature person would not cheat because their husband is not paying the bills. These are just symptoms of a problem. Now, the immature part comes in when you're not grown enough to say, listen, let's sit down. This is what I need to be in this relationship. This is what I need to flourish. This is what I need to grow. And if you can't give it to me, then we need to have a conversation about parting ways, because I refuse to compromise the content of my character and my integrity by going out sleeping with somebody. Because what does that say about me when I got a whole man in the house with me and I go sleep with somebody else? That says more about me than about him. That says that I am a person who is immature. I am a person that lacks integrity. I am a person whose character is in question now. And I never want to do that to myself, because that's not who I am. If it's not working for me, I'm not going to sleep with nobody else. I'm just going to have to tell you, this is what we need to do. The Nile is a river in Egypt. Right. This is what we need to do, boo, bae. Let's sit down and have a conversation. This is what's going on. Let me know. If you can't provide that for me, then we need to start doing something else, because I'm not willing to stay and tolerate this. And I've told you what our problem is. And this is the hard conversations that we need to have. It's like being an entrepreneur, being a boss, owning your own company. You have employees. An employee will sink the ship, will ruin your business if you can't have the hard conversations. Some of y'all are not being elevated or promoted on your job to be manager because you're not strong enough to fire nobody. Folks got to be fired when they're not being productive. And it's hard when you're a nice person to say, oh no, I know this person got a family. I know they got kids. I know they got bills. But listen, you're not doing your job. And I'm so sorry that I got to let you go. But a lot of us are not built for that. It's the same thing in a relationship. Sometimes you got to let stuff go. You got to let folks go. You got to be willing to say, listen, it's time to have the hard conversation. I love you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. But right now, You're sinking the marriage ship. You're sinking it. You're poking holes. I can't row by myself. You ever, anybody, just imagine trying to row a boat by yourself. You got a heavy person in there and you got one oar and they got the other oar and they just sitting there. What's going to happen? You ain't going to get nowhere. Nowhere. If you're in a relationship and the person's not willing to get help, and the person's not willing to change and compromise, you're in the wrong relationship. I'm just saying. So, if you don't deal with your issues, or the person that's with you is not willing to deal with their issues, what are you willing to do? Because when people don't deal with their issues, they bleed on people who didn't cut them, and that's not fair. It's 8:34, I gotta go. You'll get tired and you won't go nowhere. You won't go nowhere. Because you know you need the road to get you to where you're going. That one paddle ain't going to get you nowhere. Especially when you got a whole nother body in the boat. See, now when you're in the boat by yourself and you're paddling with the one paddle, it's because it's for you. But when you got a whole nother grown person in the boat and you... No, we're not doing that. Ain't nobody paddling with no one oar. I know I'm not. Get your oar or get out of here. Get your oar or I'm knocking you out the boat. I'm ready to push you in the ocean because you're not doing your part. No, I have to push you out the boat. We might have to tussle because you probably don't want me to push you out the boat, but I'm pushing you out the boat because you're holding me up. I got stuff to do. People, places, and things to do, and you not rowing? Nah, we not doing that. Not in 2019. Get your whole life. I need to be somewhere in 2020. Okay? I need to be somewhere far in 2020. I done worked too hard to not get to where I'm going because you don't want to row. And that's for friends, family. How many of y'all got friends in your life that's poking holes in the boat? You got both of you rowing and you wondering why you not getting nowhere and the boat is filling up with water because old girl poking holes because she don't like you. She hates you. She just see your potential. She want to be around you because she see that you ain't gonna never stop rowing, and she poking while or you building, and while she there building, she taking your bricks and building somewhere else. Y'all better get a whole entire clue. I'm trying to tell you. You building, you putting one brick in, and you done built the wall behind you, and she taking the brick out, and she taking it somewhere else, and she building the whole building, and before you know it, you looking up, you got the wall in front of you built, and when you turn around, what happened to my wall? Old boy done stole your wall. He ain't the man for you. He done stole your wall. He done went and built somewhere else, because he building with the side chick. But you got to be able to open up your eyes and see when bricks are starting to miss. Check his underwear drawer. Count the underwear. Did he have 20 pair of underwear and now he down to 10? Where is the drawers going? The washing machine is not eating the underwear. I promise you. Don't check the socks because socks go missing all the time. But drawers don't go missing. Underwear, no. They do not. And same for the men. How many pair of panties she got? Some of y'all in their drawer right now. Listen, I'm not telling you to snoop. I'm just telling you to keep your eyes open. You do the laundry and the drawers are starting, they at somebody's house. I'm just telling you right now, her panties is disappearing, her lingerie. Girl, where that little sexy thing that you used to wear? I don't know. Yeah, you don't? Well, we need to just figure that out. Because I'm trying to tell you, I ain't seen it in 7 months. Put it on right now. Put it on? Sleeps with his phone under the pillow. Oh, no. Nah. See, when you see something, say something. That's a whole nother thing, ladies. That's another thing we do. I'm going to teach y'all and I'm going to go. Instead of us saying something, we build a case. We look in to see this, that, and the other. And then before you know it, it's too late. You're about to cause some big problems. I'm not trying to cause no problem, Nikki. I'm just saying the drawers ain't supposed to go nowhere. The drawers and the panties, the count ain't supposed to go down. That's all I'm saying. If you see some sleep with his, why you sleep with your, why are you sleeping with your pillow under the phone? Unless it's the alarm and he a hard sleeper. Phone got a lock on it or a fingerprint. Well, I lock my phone. Not because I'm hiding anything. I lock my phone in case I lose it. And I lock my phone because my son, he might go on my phone and buy something. But you could have the passcode because ain't nothing in there. Ain't nothing in there. If you feel some kind of way, if you see something, say something. Some of us weren't taught to speak up and address stuff. I know, Yvette, that's why you need to do the recovery room. I teach you. But first, we deal with your issues. Because we don't want to go around blaming folks because the last dude we was with was a lying, cheating, swindling piece of trash. Was in his lying, swindling piece of trash season. Because we don't want to call people that stuff. But there's seasons that people go through. So we don't want to punish the person that we're with from somebody else's issues. Hey, Karen. We don't want to punish the person that we're with for somebody else's issues. That's why you need to do the recovery room. So you're clear that you put your baggage down. So that you're clear that you dealt with your issues. So when you sit down and have a conversation with your husband, boyfriend, or fiance, you clear on this is not an issue from the past. This is what's presently happening in my life, in our home. And I'm having this conversation with you because I just did 4 weeks of the recovery room and I know that it's not me. I'm sorry for having a big mouth and I'm sorry for accusing you in the past. Because it was a trigger from something else that I've been through. But I'm telling you right now, I'm in the present moment of what's going on in our home. And this is what's happening. But if folks don't deal with their issues and you allow them to do whatever it is they're doing, the issue is you. Some stuff just ain't acceptable. You're not going to do that to me. And you should have the self-respect. You should have respect for yourself enough to say that you're not going to do that for me. Sorry, I mean when he never used to and all of a sudden and it's just you two. Yeah, girl, all of a sudden. Oh, yes. Oh, when he never used. Right. So you got to take the clues. Why are you locking your phone now? Why are you acting all strange and suspect? What's the problem? That's just, like I said, we have to learn how to communicate and ask questions when things are happening. Not blame, not point fingers at people and not accuse people of things. Keeping extra clothes in the car. Nope. You already know. See, listen. Because y'all know I'm transparent in the mug, right? I used to be a cheater. So I see you. When you used to be a cheater and you see stuff, it is what it is. You don't even got to trust your gut. You like, wait a minute. I remember I did that. So I know. And like I said, once you've dealt with your issues, get the help that you need first so you're not inflicting your issues on other folks. But when you see something, say something. Like they say at the Port Authority in the airport, when you see something, say something. Have a conversation. Because if it is what it is, you already might have lost already because you haven't said anything. That's in any relationship. No doubt you once said healthy people are allergic to toxic people. Yes, girl, healthy people are allergic to toxic people. They make you itch. You be like, oh no, I didn't do too much work on myself to be around folks that's doing too much. Because it drains your energy. I'm telling you, I told y'all before, don't put nothing negative on my news feed. Don't, hey, resume workshop, Tracy. Don't bring that stuff over here because I'm genuinely a happy person and we all human. So we have moments, days when things don't go our way. But I genuinely bounce back in 5 minutes. Because I'm like, you know what it is? It is what it is. This is not even going to be an issue tomorrow or next week or whatever. It's going to be taken care of. So why should I sit here and stew in this when I know I'm going to be all right? Because I'm always okay. I've been all right since the day I was born. I've been eating since the day I was born. I've always had a roof over my head. I've always had clothes on my back. I've always had my necessities and beyond. I could go anywhere I want to go. I could eat anything I want to eat. I'm healthy. So why I'm going to sit and stew in somebody else's issue? I'm not. Because I want to be happy. I want to do things that make me happy. And I'm a very simple person. That's the beauty of me. I'm real simple. When I like something, I like it. When I don't, I don't. When it's a yes, it's a yes. When it's a no, it's a no. That's it. And that's the kind of people I like to be around. If it's a yes, it's a yes. It's a no, it's a no. When we have to have a conversation, let's just have this conversation and nobody don't got to be mad no more. I just need to say what I need to say because I'm that kind of person. Because if I bottle it up, see, when I bottle things up, it's not good for anybody around me. And this is the thing about me. I'm my mother's child. God rest her soul. She put some things. It takes a whole lot to make me be done with you. It take a whole lot. And my mother told me I'm loyal to a fault. And I get it, but I'm not that loyal to a fault no more. But for people who I care about and I love and I want them in my life and I value them, it takes a lot for me to cut you off. It takes a lot. But once I'm done, baby, don't even try it. Because listen, I tried and I tried and I tried and I tried. I tried and tried. What's that song? Say what song? But you should have listen, Beyonce. I done tried and tried. Nope. Once, most women, and this is for the men who are listening, this is a nugget for you. Women operate on hope. We hope and 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 we hope. But once the hope is gone, I'm going to say 8 out of 10 of us, we will give you blood. Literally. Have headaches, backaches, nosebleeds, all of that. Raise your hands, ladies. We will go. Love is, and this is what we got to be mindful of too, ladies. And I'm real mindful of this. Love is a drug. We can be addicted to love. This is why we stay too long. Because the highs and the lows, right? High, low, not me. But once we're done, we're done. Don't play them games because it's not necessary. It's never necessary, man. Never. It's a wrap. Yes, Yvette. Never play those games because you can just go. Everybody will be sad for a season, right? You know, I'm sad. I loved you. I liked you. We had a good time. But games, tricks are for kids, silly rabbit. Games are for kids. And listen, when I'm going to be 50 in November. 50, I'm halfway through my life. The next 50, I'm making sure that they good. And anybody who ain't making sure they good with me, they could go. Friends, family, no, I can't. No, you're not going to ruin my 50. I already had a very, very rocky 50 years. Come getting it to know who I am. From the age of birth, I'm sorry, we're going to be real honest here. And then I'm going to get out of here at 9 o'clock for real. From the age of birth till 40, I'm going to be 50, 43, 44 years old, 43, 44. Was very rocky. I grew up in a home that was dysfunctional. I had a mother who was an alcoholic and a drug addict. I moved from pillar to post because mama was a Rolling Stone. Wherever she laid her hat was her home. I had to grow and learn who I was. I committed adultery. I drugged my kids around. A man hurt me for 13 years. And I could go on and on and on. I done lost. I done loved. I done been misused and abused all in the name of love. I done got hurt by family, by friends, by church. 50, no. I'm sorry. I ain't doing it no more. Because I now know that I've done the work. So the issue is not me. So when people bring issues and they not willing to deal, because listen, I love people in my life. I got new people in my life all the time. If you have issues and we see some issues and everybody's saying it and you're willing to work on it, welcome to my life. I love you long time. Welcome to my life. But if you're not willing to deal with your issues, get out of my life. Just go somewhere. Because ain't nobody got time for that. The next 50, I promise you, is going to be grand. I have a lot of things coming up. I am so excited about my life. And you should be too. But if you have not dealt with your issues, if you've been lied to, cheated on, misused, and abused, all in the name of love, if you've been manipulated, if you got church hurt, if you got hurt with your mother, and you just got issues, do the recovery room. I promise you, it's going to make the rest of your life the best of your life. You could ask some of my clients. They've been living a good life ever since they took the recovery room. It's on, go to my website, www.treykearney.com. It tells you what it is. I will tell you the start date, and you could take it from there. You better say it. I don't have time to waste. I'm 53, and I'll say, that's what I'm saying. I wish I knew now what I knew 10 years ago. Because I'd have been and said, I'm 40. I'm almost halfway through my life. I ain't got time for this. I would not have spent an additional 7 years with a person who showed me who they were. And the issue was not him. The issue was me. I did just as much damage to him as he did to me by accepting his poor behavior. This is what we have to do to set the bar high for our men. We have to set the bar high. I'm not going to be a side chick. I'm not going to be misused and abused in the home. You're not going to cheat on me and go out and be with some other woman. Because this is how we set the bar high for men. But instead, as the girlfriend, wife, fiance, we stay and we reward him for his poor behavior by fighting with this other woman instead of saying, yo, dude, you got somebody else? She can have you. Because I'm never an option. I'm too good. I deserve the best. Like, yo, so we got the side chick and the wife, girlfriend, fiance accepting this man's poor behavior. So he's not required to elevate. He's not required to do the right thing because what? He cheating on you, coming home 4 o'clock in the morning, and you ain't doing nothing. So why change? She ain't going nowhere. She just talking. She just yapping. Here we go. Okay, today we're going to argue for 2 days, 3 days. I'm going to come right back here. The bills is paid. The house is clean. The kids taken care of. And then I'm going to go right back to old girl house for 2 days, 3 days. And then she ain't going to say nothing because she a side chick and she want me too. So she want to be wifey. So I could treat her any way that she want to be treated. No, we got to set the bar on a whole nother level. If every woman said, are you kidding me? If you don't get out of here, little boy, with your immature self, you can't control your penis. I'm nervous for you because you're going to catch something and you're not bringing that here to me. Because if you can't control your own body parts, if you can't control your penis, I know you can't control your hands. And the first time you hit me, I'm going to jail. They going to have a sale. I'm going to be number 47895322271. That's going to be on my shirt because you're not about to do that. So self-control, it ain't nothing sexier than a man that can control himself. That can look at a beautiful woman and say, she ain't worth my life. That's some it ain't nothing sexier than a man that can say, yep, she cute. She got a nice body, but my wife is a ride or die. She take care of my children. She take care of the home. Ain't nothing sexier than a man that can control himself. There ain't nothing sexier than a man that can pause and say, is the risk worth the reward? No. Ain't nothing sexier than a man that honors his word. Ain't nothing sexier than a man that knows that the grass is not greener on the other side. Because most of y'all at 50, you done been down that road. That's why you're just dating somebody else right now. Because you keep thinking that the grass is greener. When are you going to get it? The grass is not greener. I promise you. Listen, this is what happens a lot of times to men. Plus your children is watching. That's what you want your legacy to be. Because if you drop dead tomorrow, everybody going to be talking about you at the funeral. He wasn't nothing but a cheater. He did her so wrong. The kids know. What you want your kids to say about you when you die? Man, the grass is not greener. This is what happens. You with your woman, she 40, 45, 50. Things start to change. Yes, they do. The young girls, the boobs is up and they fun and all of that other stuff. But they turn into the same thing because they're going to be 40, 52. Then you're going to try to get you another younger woman and the same thing will happen over and over again. And maybe y'all can't see that. So maybe I need to say that, hey, Sharon, maybe I need to say it. She going to get a hair on her chin too. Her boobs are going to sag too. She going to start having concerns about what's not going on in the home. It's just a vicious cycle because you have responsibilities, but you trying to go somewhere and shun your responsibilities. And at some point, every woman is going to say, you are not taking care of your responsibilities. At some point, every woman is going to get gray hair in the front. At some point, every woman is going to get gray hair down there. I'm just saying, the grass is not greener. Maintain your grass and you don't never have to worry. That's all I'm saying. Deal with your issues. Men and women, deal with your issues. Whatever people are saying about you, I want you to understand. If more than 3 people are saying this about you, you need a gentle course correct. You do. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, everybody says I'm too loud. If everybody say you too loud, you too loud. Everybody says I'm too quiet. If everybody says you're too quiet, you're too quiet. Everybody says I'm rude. Everybody says I'm mean. Everybody says I'm late all the time. Everybody says I don't show up to nothing. Take the memo. And don't say that's just me. Please. Growth requires change, right? You see a plant, you put a seed in, it's under the dirt. When it begins to grow, when it changes, because growth requires change. You'll see a little leaf come up, a little stem, right? And then you water it and it grows. You see a leaf and you're like, the plant changed. Of course it changed because it grew. And then it's taller and it's taller and it's taller because it's growing. Because growth requires change. You don't want to be the same person you was when you were 30 at 50. Please. You don't want to be the same person you were at 40 at 50. You don't want to be the same person you were before you had children. If you didn't change when you had kids, something's wrong with you. There's a thing that kicks in when you become a mother. It's called unconditional love. It's called selflessness. It changes you. You have a kid, you can't run the streets no more. Because you got to grow. Because the babies need you to get up in the morning and get them on the school bus. Eventually, you're going to figure that out. You can't get drunk every night because you got kids in the house now. Right? Growth requires change. You can't spend money like you used to when you and hubby is planning to buy a new house. Growth requires change. You can't be out here buying red bottoms and Louis Vuitton pocketbooks. They depreciate in value. They're not going to bring you nothing. You and hubby trying to buy a house. You out here sneaking around getting Amazon packages. No. Growth requires change. You got to be grown enough to control yourself to say, those shoes is bad. But we try to buy a house so the kids can have somewhere to live. So I can have somewhere to live. So my husband can have somewhere to live in case something happened. We set. Got to understand. You have to grow. The issue is you. If y'all having money problems in your house and you still don't know how to budget, the issue is you. I know you like shoes, but how many pair of shoes do you need? You got shoes in the box, and this is for somebody who's going to slap me right now. Got shoes in the box that you ain't never even wore. Had them for 4 years. They so nice you won't wear them. Come on. I started wearing all my stuff. All of it. I wear everything. I don't even care. I used to save stuff too. One day I had a pair of leather shoes. They were really nice leather shoes. Boots, actually. And I kept them and kept them and kept them. About 5 years, I went and looked at them in my box. I couldn't even wear them because the leather had started doing something. I said, these are brand new. Had to throw the shoes in the garbage. Had to throw the boots in the garbage. Because what was I saving them for? Because I didn't need them. I did not need them. I did not need another pair of boots. They was just nice to sit in a box. I said, Lord have mercy. And when I moved, dry. Yes, Nikki. When I moved, I had so many shoes that wasn't no good. And I used to be obsessive compulsive. I got 4 minutes. I used to be obsessive compulsive, right? I will buy, my niece always talks about this, but I'm better now. I will buy the same pair of shoes in 4 different colors if I liked them. This was back in the day. Or the same dress. Or I would have the same dress. I would go to the store unaware of who I am and buy the same dress and be like, oh, I got this dress again. See, self-awareness and dealing with your issues. They needed some lotion. I'm trying to tell you that, yes, they did. They definitely said, you better stop. They needed some care and they needed to be worn. Some of the stuff in your closet is outdated. Even though it comes back, some of that stuff in your closet is outdated because you're doing too much. Because change, growth requires change. You're going to have to change to grow. You're going to have to change to get that promotion. You're going to have to go out of your comfort zone. That's what it is too. See, some of us been in a comfort zone too long. That's why you live in a mediocre life. That's why your life is not exciting, because you don't know how to grow. You don't know how to change. Little changes. I'm not talking about big changes. I'm talking about little changes. That's me. Got shoes and clothes and don't wear it. Come on, girl. Damika, please. Either give them away or wear them. Please. Wear it today. Wear something different. I wear everything now. Me too. I'm definitely in a better space now. Growth is key. Yes. Please. Wear the clothes. Wear the shoes today. I don't care how dressy they are. I did the same thing, 3 spritzers, knowing I had one from free. I'm telling you, listen, today, ladies and men, spray the cologne. You don't spray no cologne in the house with your girl. But when you go out, you all cologned up. Spray yourself, please. Spray, spray, spray. Put on some cologne, ladies. Put on some perfume. Note to self. I'm telling you, I need to. I stay at the baseball parks with my boys. Girl, dress up. Clean your closet out. Yes, let's all clean our closet out. Take a picture. My closet clean, though. My closet clean. I'm going to say that. I do need to put some shoes back in the box because I've been wearing them, but my closet clean. That's why I think I need to move on from my workplace. Okay, what's the plan? That's why I said email me, because you need a plan, a strategic plan. Don't just move on from your workplace. Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. Schedule a session, and then we can get you from where you are to where you want to be, because that's what life coaches do. We're not therapists. We don't dig into your past. We get you from where you are to where you want to be, just in case you didn't know. Okay, so I love y'all. I gotta go. It's 8:59. I need to get myself into the gym and go get my son up because he's gonna walk to the bus stop today. So I'll go to the gym right now. Consistency is key in your life. Okay, remember, deal with your issues or your issues are going to deal with you. Deal with your issues or you will bleed on people who did not cut you, okay? I love y'all. Gotta go. Remember what I tell you at the end of all my broadcasts. You deserve the best. Yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve the best. Now go get it. Peace and blessings. And remember Psalm 147:3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. The doors of the recovery room are open. I hadn't even scheduled to have a new time, 4 weeks. I'm going to schedule it now because the doors of the recovery room are open. I know some of y'all need some help and y'all don't know where to get it from. Go to my website. Get your book. It's Healing Time. Restoring Hope in Women After Infidelity. And it's Healing Time, Men Hurt Too. Sign up for a session. I got you. Or sign up for the recovery room. It's 4 weeks with me. And it'll change your life, okay? Love y'all. I got to go. Peace and blessings. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Tea.